and welcome to Mumbai Line-3, connecting the unconnected. A show that would keep you updated with all the development taking place in Mumbai Metro Line-3. I must remind you that Mumbai Metro Line-3 is a complete underground corridor running along Colaba Bandra SEEPZ with 27 stations. In today's episode, we would know how MMRCL managed to get the land that was required to complete this project, all the obstacles and challenges they faced during acquiring the land, and also their compensation and rehabilitation plan.
For development of any urban infrastructure project, the first step is acquisition of land. When MMRCL identified the route of the proposed Metro 3, it was found that the alignment was passing through some of the most densely populated areas like Girgaon and Colaba Devi. The land required for the metro construction of these two stations were privately owned, constituting approximately area of about 10,300 square meters and affecting a total of 21 properties. 14 properties are from Colaba Devi and 7 from Girgaon, which constitute a total of 778 PAPs, that is, project affected persons. Due to close proximity of the buildings and lack of open spaces, these 21 buildings needed to be demolished for the two proposed metro stations. After fulfilling Metro 3 requirements, the buildings would be reconstructed at the same location and the families who have been relocated would be rehabilitated at the same location. This is called in situ rehabilitation. The construction for the redevelopment of properties will be undertaken simultaneously and would be allotted to the project affected families, that is PAFs, by 2021.
The land has been acquired through Maharashtra Regional and Town Planning Act under Section 126. Out of 21 affected buildings, 17 properties fell under the cess category of MHADA.
Cess category buildings are such buildings that are very old and pay a certain repair cess to MHADA, that is for the maintenance of the same. In case of cess buildings, MHADA is the authority who decides the tenancy as well as the area of tenants. In case of non-cess buildings, MMRCL has acquired the properties through legal process by passing a ward to the legal owners and currently holds the ownership of the properties in its name. As approximately 778 PAPs were getting affected, it became important for MMRC to undertake series of public consultations to familiarize people about the project, explaining the station requirements and affected areas.
A person who is having a 200 or 100 square feet rooms, they were demanding around 500 square feet or more than that. So I had to explain them that this project is governed under the Maharashtra Rent Control Act and also the Development Control Rule 33(7). So whenever there is a Pagadi system, there is a landlordship and a tenancy, this act comes into picture. I had to actually show them the provisions of law also.
Simultaneously, MMRC formed a committee to negotiate with the private landowners for land acquisition. The joint measurements of the plots were conducted to match the revenue records. Legal searches and title searches were done to confirm the property card title. In order to evaluate the compensation to be awarded to the private landowners, the valuation of the affected properties was conducted by Deputy Director of Town Planning. The buildings were in dilapidated condition, yet the faith of those living here was unshakable. Some of them refused to leave these buildings, whereas in many cases, the current owners were not found on the record.
We faced a number of problems while doing this acquisition. There were cases like heirship was not finalized. There were cases where there were multiple transfers but not recorded. There was a transfer but without a registered document. These cases then we had to go through title search. We gave paper notices, public notices, so that any other person who has any interest would claim at the right time. And we tried to establish that the person whom we are making the award payment is the right person.
MMRCL appointed the Compensation Committee, presided over by retired IAS officer. The committee finalized compensation plans. Thereafter, the owners were called for hearing before the compensation committee and the consent from the owner was taken.
कोई भी अपना घर नहीं जल्दी छोड़ना चाहता था, हर कोई इनसिक्योर था, घर मिलेगा कि नहीं। धीरे धीरे उन्होंने हमारे साथ काफ़ी मीटिंग अरेंज कर ली। उसके बाद उन्होंने वो प्रोजेक्ट हम लोगों को दिखाया कि आगे कैसे चल के हम लोग अंडरग्राउंड मेट्रो भी जाएगी और तुम्हारा घर भी बचेगा और तुमको हम लोग वहीं पे ही रिहेबिलिटेशन करने वाले हैं।
हमको तो ऐसा फील हो रहा है कि जैसा माँ अपने बेटे से बिछड़ जाती है, वो हिसाब से थोड़ा बहुत दिल को दुख हो जाता है, क्योंकि बहुत साल से इधर हम लोग रह रहे हैं, बचपन से बड़े हो गए, अभी हमको थोड़ा बहुत फील होता है बस।
MMRCL not only searched residents for them but also offered a very lucrative rehabilitation scheme for them.
There was a process of transit accommodation. We have framed this policy wherein we had given two options. For residential, we had acquired about 90 flats from MADA in nearby vicinity where we asked them for the alternative accommodation. But commercial, we have only offered the rent option. Apart from that, shifting allowance is provided. We have paid them agency charges, that is 1 month rent and 11 months rent in advance.
There are 5 slabs on the basis of which carpet area has been allotted for residential and commercial PABs. In first category comes residential area with up to 202.5 square feet. These people will get a flat with area of 405 square feet. In second category comes residential area above 202.5 square feet and up to 300 square feet. These people will get double the existing area, that is between 405 square feet to 600 square feet. In third category comes residential area above 300 square feet and up to 444.44 square feet. These people will get the area of 600 square feet irrespective of their existing area. In fourth category comes residential area with above 444.44 square feet area. These people will get existing area plus 35% over and above the existing area. In fifth category comes commercial space. These people will get their existing area plus 20% over and above the existing area.
Acquiring the land of 150 years old Chira Bazaar was another complex and time-consuming process involving several stakeholders, landowners, tenants, MHADA and office bearers.
Fisherwomen of Chira Bazaar were resisting this big change and had a hard time comprehending the logic behind the project. They were using this place for so many years and suddenly they were feeling clueless about their future.
आज जर बाजार गेला तर आम्ही रस्त्यावर याची पाली आणि आम्ही खायचं काय आमच्या मुलाबाला काय खायचं ना आम्ही काय दुसरा काय धंदा करणार आम्ही आज 35 वर्ष झाली मला या बाजारात येतो विकायला.
Some of these fisherwomen were also not happy with the compensations offered to them and were blaming MMRCL to be biased in offering compensation.
Most challenging task was to vacate fish market because fish market had 3 kind of different categories of tenants. There was few shops which was coming in the tallying portion of inspection extract which we received from BMC. There were few shops which were in non-tallying area, and apart from that there was a common market which fisherwomen were using since years. They are saying theirs is the 4th or 5th generation which is sitting there and selling the fish from that area. So all different kind of categories of PAPs were there, so benefits were different to them.
MMRCL took up this issue on priority basis and tried to address their concerns. With the help of local leaders, MMRCL officers and law enforcing agencies, this issue was resolved amicably. Thus 90 fisherwomen of Chira Bazaar chose development and decided to be the part of bigger dream of Mumbai. They vacated the place and made way for the construction work of Metro Line-3 metro stations.
मेट्रो वाले आणि कोळी महिमा कोळी महिला यांच्याबरोबर आमचा 9 महिने संघर्ष चालू होता. त्याच्यामध्ये आज आम्ही यशस्वी झालो आणि त्यांनी पण आम्हाला साथ दिली. त्याच्याबद्दल मेट्रोवाल्यांचे आभार. आणि त्यांनी आमच्या बाजू समजून घेतले, आमच्या मजबुरी काय काय कोळी महिलांच्या समजून घेतल्या आणि त्यापेक्षा मोठी गोष्ट आम्हाला लिहून दिली. ही आमच्या सगळ्या महिलांसाठी खूप मोठी गोष्ट आहे.
The area and the building of the fish market is now demolished.
Now we know that executing any infrastructure project is not only about construction, but also about dealing with people, their emotions, and most importantly, winning the trust of people who are affected. We all know that the whole 33.5 kilometer stretch of Metro Line 3 has been divided into 7 packages to execute the work effectively. Each package will account for 3 to 4 stations. Today, we will know about Package 1 in detail.
Package 1 consists of 4 stations. Starting with Kaf Parade, it goes to Vidhan Bhavan to Church Gate and then to Hutatma Chowk. Kaf Parade is the first station of Metro Line 3. Located at the southern end of Mumbai, it is home to a collection of commercial and office high-rises. The second station of Metro 3 is at Vidhan Bhavan. Situated on the extreme southern gradient of Marine Drive, it boasts of a breathtaking view of Arabian Sea. Metro 3 will make it convenient for people to approach Marine Drive, Vidhan Bhavan and Mantralaya, the centre of administration of Maharashtra government. The third station of Package 1 is Churchgate Metro Station, which is the busiest business district of Mumbai. It is in the close proximity to Churchgate Suburban Station and further connects Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus via Hutatma Chowk Underground Station. Fourth and the last station of Package 1 is Hutatma Chowk. This station is located in the busy financial district of South Mumbai, surrounded by heritage buildings constructed during the British Raj. The total length of this package is 4.25 kilometers. There would be 2 tunnels, one upline and one downline. The tunnelling work has to be done till CST metro station that comes under package 2. The tunnelling length for both the tunnels is 6 kilometers. The launching shaft for this package is north end of the Kaf Parade station. TBM-1, which is known as Surya-1, has started its work for upline tunnelling on 10th of August 2018. And Surya-2 started downline tunnelling on 20th of November 2018. By the 5th of January 2019, Surya-1 completed the tunnelling of 550 meters and Surya-2 completed tunnelling of 160 meters.
Apart from tunnelling work, excavation work for all the 4 stations are in full swing. As on 5th January 2019, 58% of the excavation work for this package is completed, as well as piling work for all the 4 stations is also completed.
At Kaf Parade, 73% of excavation work and out of 400 meters, 94 running meter of base slab is completed. At Vidhan Bhavan, 82% of excavation work and out of 225 running meter of base slab, 92 meter is completed. At Churchgate, 30% and at Hutatma Chowk, 38% excavation work is completed. Excavation level of these 2 stations has not reached to bottom, so there is no base slab work going on.
Every package has its own share of challenges, and Package 1 is no different.
Initially, we had some issues related to people complaining about cutting of trees for making space for construction of underground stations. Such a big work of constructing stations, the tunnel cannot be done without impacting some or the other environmental concern. The court granted stay, they heard both the parties. It took us some time to present before the court the requirements and why we are cutting trees and how we are minimizing our requirement and what mitigation measures we are going to take. The court finally gave order in our favor. Some people found that construction noise is not of their convenience. Now buildings are so close to the construction area that no amount of measures can remove or can mitigate all the noise. For a very long time there was a stay on doing any construction activities at Cup Parade in night. As of now there is no challenge of this type. Work is going on smoothly in that area.
Though MMRCL has got relief from the court cases and they are trying to expedite the work to make up the losses, but Package 1 is posed with a different challenge.
Hutatma Chowk has challenge of constructing the station in that small narrow road width. It's a very typical, very peculiar station design wherein one of the tunnel and one of the platform is actually below the heritage buildings. In construction processes also we are ensuring that the construction does not transfer impact to these buildings beyond what they can handle. And there are very strict requirement from the specifications and also from the law to what extent these buildings can be subjected to because of the construction impacts.
Metro Line 3 is a rapidly moving project and so many events take place every day. Let's take a look at some of the important events occurred in the last couple of months.
Japanese representatives of JICA, Ms. Kagaya Midori, Mr. Shibanaka Katsushito, and Mr. Nakano Sadamasa visited the sites like RA Depot and Fish Market to assess the performance and ethical development of the project concerning environmental issues and project-affected people of Girgaon and Kalba Devi. The purpose of this visit was to understand the alignment of Metro Line 3, review the status of depot work, and to ensure that MMRC has followed all the legal procedures. MMRCL witnessed the breakthrough of second TBM Wayne Ganga 2 in Package 7 on 26 December 2018. This TBM was commissioned on 23rd August 2018 from Sariput Nagar, launch shaft to SEEPZ, completed its tunnel drive of 568 meters within 125 days. MMRCL advisor Dr. Prasad Modak conducted a one-day workshop on noise mitigation, which was aimed at adapting best practices for construction noise management in urban areas of Metro Line 3. The workshop focused on noise monitoring protocol, challenges in implementation, and the measures presently carried by contractors on site. Managing Director of MMRCL, Mrs. Ashwini Bhide, visited stations to monitor the project progress, get updates, and review the development so far. Such field reviews are being carried out every month to ensure the smooth running of the project under the supervision of Mrs. Ashwini Bhide. In conjunction with the AIDS Awareness Week, MMRCL organized a workshop focused on HIV prevention to educate workers and to promote regular testing in order to reduce the rates of undiagnosed people and those diagnosed late.
David Allen Koo had once said, "It is not the beauty of the building you should look at. It is the construction of foundation that will stand the test of time." And yes, MMRCL is putting all its efforts to make this foundation strong and resilient. That's all for this episode. We will learn more about different aspects of Metro Line 3 in coming episodes. Keep watching Mumbai Lifeline 3, connecting the unconnected. Goodbye, take care.